Full Metal Panic is all over the fucking place. 1 minute it's a military drama, the next it's a high school comedy romance, and the next it's a war horror. It seems to be an attempt to make a mecha anime appeal to the widest possible audience by entertaining us with multiple genres happening one after the other. And while said genres actually work well individually, I wouldn't exactly say they work together as a whole. So Full Metal Panic is about a mercenary called Sagara who is tasked with protecting a schoolgirl called Chidori and a lunatic called Guaron tries to kill everybody for some reason. The question this anime constantly asks itself is this: is it a school comedy anime or a military mecha anime? It doesn't seem to be able to juggle both. The school comedy elements is what works best. Putting a military guy into a school and having him get into bizarre situations as a result of him being so war obsessed is a great idea, and yes, that setup does produce some genuinely hilarious moments. Episode 8 is the best episode as it really makes use of Sagara's military view, Chidori's hot temper, and Mizuki's loneliness. And in fact, Mizuki is the character who really shines out the most comedically, and I was really surprised at how interesting Kyoko is as a character too. The first ending theme and the first ending credit sequence was just beautiful. I have no idea what the point of it was, but who cares? It was beautiful and I never skipped that first ending sequence. I skipped the other sequences though. Even the second ending credit sequence got lots of skips even though it had a variation of the first theme, because that sequence was just kind of lazy. I'm starting to have a problem with OPs and EDs using too much recycled footage from their respective anime. Yes, sometimes that can work, like in Pokemon, but for most of the time it's just, you know, lazy. Everything else in this anime is meh. Surprisingly meh. I should say at this point that I did watch Full Metal Panic for Mofu before this anime, and honestly, for Mofu solved all the problems Full Metal Panic had. The war horror here was really grim for a comedy anime, and all that could have been taken out to make the anime more bearable. That's not to say that all the mecha stuff should have been taken out completely, like in Fumofu, as the episode where Tessa pilots a mech herself was fun to watch, but this anime would have been so much more entertaining if all the mecha stuff was used primarily for comedy purposes. Another letdown was that whilst most of the characters were very well handled, Guaron in particular was menacing and convincingly crazy, Kurt was handled poorly. I couldn't stand how perverted and unapologetic he was all the fucking time, and he was never funny whilst doing all of that. Just watch how he was handled in Fumofu and see how Kurt should have been handled to make him, you know, actually likeable. Finally, the animation is not as great as it should have been. We have mostly static and looping animation, and I don't think that style suits. Average animation usually works great for drama, but not for a mecha comedy anime which relies heavily on highly physical performances from both the human characters and the mech suits. Imagine how awesome it would have been if the characters and mechs had so much more detail in their movements. In the end, I have to commend this anime for trying to be entertaining, even if it is a mixture of ingredients that don't really mix together. The comedy was funny for the most part, and the voice acting was solid, but the story just got repetitive, and so did the animation. That said, if it wasn't for this anime, we never would have gotten the more superior anime for Mofu. 3 stars out of 5.